best decision I ever made in my life was when I married your grandma. I've always put our family's number one on the line.
Now listen, don't get emotional. He
Most
can't
important thing in our lives.
talk about his family without getting sentimental. Listen, you're not supposed to be taking this part of the couch. I'll get over here. When he was going to college and I was still in high school, and the first year over there he decided he wanted to go to the junior prom or one of the big dances. And I guess he thought I wasn't old enough to go. Anyway, he decided he would ask a girl from Spanish Fork. And he used to ride the Orem over, that was the electric train, to Provo. And she always was on from Spanish Fork. And so they were quite well acquainted. So he decided he'd ask her to go to the junior prom with him. And we had gone together, a year, a little over, and I'm not steady. I mean, we never did go steady because I always went with anybody, and once in a while he'd go with somebody else. So it was the good old days when you could be steady and yet not go steady. But he decided to ask her to go with him to the junior prom. And it kind of ticked me off. I just didn't like it. So one night at the dance, I told him off. And whatever I said, I don't remember, but I know that he took it to heart. And a few days after that, his best friend, Alman Harmer, came to me and he said, if you want to ever go with Harold Whiting again, you better apologize. And it kind of shook me because I didn't really mean it that bad. But anyway, the next chance I had to dance with him, which he was kind enough to ask me to dance, even though he had made this vow that he wouldn't go with me again. And so I took the occasion to apologize, and I was really glad for a chance. And I read in my diary last night that where I made the statement, he was one in a million.
One night we went back to New York. There was 3 of us went. BYU, and we wound up getting together and batching it. And I built a table. We didn't have any furniture. We just rented an unfurnished apartment, and I built this table. We bought some unfinished chairs, and we finished them up. Bought what utensils we needed so we could cook and eat. That's the way we lived for the first year. I just had never been brought up to where I could live without curtains and drapes, and I got over to Woolworths and bought some drapes and hung them up. We got set up to where we were quite livable. I bought a Congolian rug to put down, and when I come back it was rolled back up and put in the corner. One of the guys there refused to step on it because he didn't have any ownership in it and didn't intend to put any in it. So anyway, that's the way we lived. We just got along the best we could, and I still have some of the tools that I bought at that time to make the furniture that we had. We had a great time learning to live together back there. Yeah, I went to see the late blossom time, it got to me. Well, it was a love affair. And that's when I wrote home. And I asked her, wrote her a letter and asked her if she'd come back and cook for me. It took her about a month before she'd answer it.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
But I finally got an okay and approval. And we did, and we've had a happy life. She didn't think, she doesn't admit how long it took to answer it, but it seemed like quite a while. But of course,
I answered in the next mail.
next month. Anyway, that was the most important decision at that time.
I somehow in my growing up years, I said I would never accept a diamond in the mail. Why I would ever say that or even think it, because I never had any reason to think I'd ever receive one in the mail. But when Harold went to New York, of course, we were away from each other, and when he decided he'd like to have me come back and share the apartment and be part of his life, he wanted me to have the enjoyment of this diamond. And it was a beautiful ring. I still have a replica of it. I mean, I had to have it reset once, but I had to make it exactly like the original so that I could still keep that original ring, because it was, to me, such a beautiful one. But anyway, he never did say he was going to send the diamond, but here it came, and the mailman used to come out to Mapleton, and he was a friend of Harold's, and he was a friend to everybody. Of course, in those days you knew everybody, and he had been watching the mail, I guess, so that he knew all these letters coming back and forth from New York meant something. So when he handed me this box, he said, "There's your engagement ring." And I just laughed, but anyway, when I got in the house, I knew what it was, and I said, "I'm not going to put it on till he can do it for me." And I had this sentimental feeling that that's the way it was going to be. So I put it upstairs and went to school. I was going over to college at the time. And of course, I don't know what went on at school that day. I couldn't think of anything but that ring. And when I got home that night, I said to Mother, "Oh, I've got to open that." And so she went upstairs with me, and we opened the ring. And it just kind of took my breath away, because it was just what I would have chosen had I been choosing, because it was such a lovely ring. It was set in platinum. There's the one big diamond, and then 7 small diamonds. They were cut diamonds on each side, and of course platinum was quite rare then, but you can't even get it nowadays. But it did bring me a lot of thrills. Those next few weeks, it was about I guess I had it nearly 2 months before he came after me. He came home on the train, and
How many days?
took 4 days.
4 days on the train to get home.
Then one of the boys back there was coming home, but he wasn't going back east. So Harold bought his return ticket, and that's what I went back on. Harold came and was here about 10 days for our marriage and a few parties. We were married in the Salt Lake Temple, and then had a few days to have a few little parties. And that was in June, and it was one of the hottest Junes, and that was before air conditioning. We had the windows open. We had a Pullman. We didn't have a place to sleep at night, so that was my only experience in a Pullman. To sleep on a train is one of the most fun, relaxing, restful. You go clickety clackety clickety.
Yeah, I can't argue with her. We got there.
Anyway, the conductor came along and seemed like we had so much to talk about. We just sat there and talked and talked and talked. But we had the window open, and it was in the days of the old steam engines, and the cinders blew in, and he said, the lady's got a dirty face. And I had soot on the face from the train. That summer was a real gay, happy, carefree, everything about it. It seemed like we just had one big hallelujah summer. Of course, everything was new to me, a little country gal from Mapleton, and to go back into this big city, and he had all the fun things to take me to. And of course, we could go for a nickel, and we came back, and we would, most places we could go in for nothing after we got there. So we saw more of New York than people who lived there all their lives. I don't know how we lucked out, but we must have done something right.
The best decision I ever made was when I married her.
Well, that could go two ways. I never saw anybody I really wanted after I met him, but him. I always thought I was pretty lucky to get the guy I really went after.